Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's Jaguar football as we get back into the action in quarter number one. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And running with power here. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dante Fowler. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 2nd down, here's Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And
now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 24 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Bortles to the former Colt Moncrief for a Jaguar 1st down. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. I think it's fair to say he's struggling. He would definitely look at us and say that he's struggling right now. But the team's winning, so what's a quarterback's mindset at this point?
To not put his struggles at the forefront. To not show the team he's upset about what's going on with him, but actually show the team that he's excited that they're winning the game. And tell them, hey, my bad on the errors. I'll try and correct that. But love what you guys are doing. Keep doing it. Make sure he stays right at the front, leading his ball club.
Yeah, and he's probably just looking to forget those 2 interceptions. Remember the 1 touchdown pass he had. Now Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. To throw on second down is Love. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Colts on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. Luck. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On third down, that's Thompson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, here's Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Bortles to throw on second down. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Bortles now on first down. Buying time to his left. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Andrew Luck now. He gears up to lead this offense again. Looking to pick up some steam, generate some steam right now. Down on the scoreboard and struggling a bit.
And sometimes you have to find it from places you don't ordinarily get it. Not necessarily just going back and throwing the football. Maybe use your legs a little bit. Maybe rely on some teammates, get the ball in their hands. Anything to try and generate a spark. But bottom line, he has to play a lot better.
Yeah, he does. He's got the 2 INTs and the 1 touchdown pass so far. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Thompson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Shotgun now for Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Now Bortles on the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Going deep for Moncrief. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense. Get the ball back far off it.
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts are in for 6. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Bortles. And this is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's Luck. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Luck now to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
On first down, Luck. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. And give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing again is Luck. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Luck. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags first down. Bortles, and the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And a look here at the Colts defense. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers, and offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defensive side.
Takeaways, man.
Now Bortles throwing on second down, eluding the pressure right, and some room to maneuver, and avoids the contact by sliding. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Bortles. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face